Hello, everybody. So this is Spirit Speaks. I am Shannon McLaren from the Sacramento Healing Tree, and I am doing these questions. So what it is we you ask questions, and then my lovely assistant Steph, not the wife Steph, but Steph, will let me know what the questions are, and then I will answer them. So that's what I'm doing, and why I'm doing this is because I just love to do this, and I think that it's fun, and I like to interact with people. Yay, Steph is here. And why am I doing this? I'm sorry, I got distracted. Because I like to give back. I think that it's a good balance to give back to people, and I truly love what I do, and I'm truly passionate about what I do, and so I like to give. I'm kind of one of those people. So, and Lizette is here! Yay! Very excited. Okay, so I made notes. So how you ask a question is you put the question in chat, and then Steph will record it for me. She'll go in order. If by chance I happen to if I read the one before you and like three after you and I haven't gotten to you, it's probably been missed somehow because computers are computers. So you might want to re-put it in there. Just put in there that it's you're re-asking the question so Steph will know. The other thing that you need to do is if you have a question like Moonshadow, if you have a name like Moonshadow, please tell me what your actual name is, because I need your name to kind of tune into you so that I can answer your question. Okay, so if you have not subscribed, please do. So hit the subscribe button and hit the notify button so you are notified when I go live. And I do this every single Sunday. I do this every Sunday except for the first Sunday in the month because I too need breaks. So okay, and Mars went direct. So isn't that exciting? So Mars going direct means that we can now get into action. And so if you've been kind of really feeling that like pulling back kind of thing, not wanting to do anything, it's Mars retrograde made that kind of happen, to pull back a little bit. So now we can get into action. Things can start moving along. So I'm very excited about that. Okay. So as you all know, I have these little cards that I made from sayings that my guides give me. So before I start the live stream, I shuffle some of these and some other cards just to give you messages for the week. And for the week, it's just breathe. So it's just to keep breathing, which when you're breathing, you're also becoming in the moment. So it's about mindfulness and remembering to breathe. And all things change. Everything changes. So whatever's happening now will change. So if it's great, appreciate it. If it's bad, just know that it's going to change and it will pass. Oh, hi, Janet. I know who Janet is. Okay. All right. So just breathe. Then I have this deck, and I went out of focus. I have this deck it's called the Avalon Oracle, and I've had it for years, but I really, really like it. So I pulled a card out of that deck, and it is called the Source. And can you see that? Quite the glare. Okay, there we go. I got the glare. All right. So the Source, and what this card talks about is that the Source is inside of you. So, and the Source being inside of you means you are always in touch with it. I'm not saying you're the Source, but the Source is inside of you. So it's about reaching inside. It's about reaching to your connection and knowing that you're not alone and that there's infinite possibilities. And if you are having a struggle with something that's going on, I would encourage you, based on this card, to reevaluate how you're viewing it. So funny thing is that I had an appointment today, and I was talking to a woman, and she was like, "Oh, what are your plans for the day?" And I told her I was going to do this. And so we were talking about that, and she was actually talking to me about how she was trying to get like psychic information out of me kind of thing. But it was about, she wanted to know about money. And so what I told her was change the way that your relationship with money and how you think about money. Because like money is just energy. So what with this card, it's talking about reevaluating how you view a difficult situation. And if you can do that, you can change that. And you connecting to the source, you get intuition from it. So breathe and connect to your source. Okay, those are those two. And then my guides, they said something. I have notes, and it says, okay, so now that Mars is direct, make your plans. So make plans for what it is that you want to do. But I believe, I'm not positive, but the shadow that we are in of Mercury, Mars retrograde, since it's over, but we're still kind of in a shadow. So there's going to be a kind of delay. So whatever your plans are, start making those plans, but write down those plans. So make a plan for your plan. So I hope that makes some sense. Okay. Now that I have done all of that, I want to remind you, put your questions in the chat box, and I will read them. I will get them from Steph. They all just popped up right now. She's so good to me. She waits until I'm done because she knows how easily I get distracted. So, all right. So, we are using, again, just my normal tarot cards and the Earth Magic deck, which I love, love, love. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay, so Zura would like a general reading for our house and car wreck. Your house and car wreck. All right, I'm going to do one for the house and one for the car wreck. Those are, one's good, one's bad. Okay, so we're going to pull a tarot card for the car wreck. I guess we're doing the car wreck first. Yeah, I know that Zura gets connected to her cars like I do, and when I lose a car, it's just crushing me. Okay, and okay, so for the, how does this? Okay, all right, we're gonna go with that. Okay, so it's an eight of Pentacles, and 8 is in numerology is actually a number of abundance. Pentacles actually, being that it's upright, it also implies good financially. So if I'm not up on the details of the car accident, but so what this card is telling me, and it's being upright, is do your due diligence, do the things that you're supposed to do, make sure that all the paperwork is in line. But financially, it's going to be beneficial to you. So because it's upright. So that's for your car accident. And for your house, we're going to go over here and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle. And for your house, I don't know if there's a bunch of trees around your house, but it's a forest and it's a breath. So what I would say for your house is that it's a breath of fresh air. I have a feeling that there's something different about this house than perhaps your last house, but it's going to be good. Because of the trees, I would say that it's actually probably a pretty grounded place. I also want to remind you to be grounded when you're going through buying the house, because buying the house is very stressful. So make sure that you're grounded. If you're not feeling grounded, go hug a tree. Be a tree hugging dirt worshiper. Okay. All right. So, oh yes, thank you. Yeah, my right knee is actually been extremely painful for the last week, and I've been trying to heal it. It's getting slightly better, but it's still not perfect. So thanks for that, Chad. A general reading. Oh yeah, and you're welcome. I do love doing this, and if you guys didn't come, it would be very sad. All right, Chad, for your general reading for the tarot. I feel like I need like Jeopardy music or something. Oh, Chad, you got the 2 of Cups. This talks about there's somebody in your life, and I don't know who it might be, but they're your soulmate. So this talks about when you look at cups, it's an emotional situation and it's filling your cups up. So being that they're not pouring out, it's filling up. So this talks about, this doesn't talk about it, they're talking about it. It's about making sure that you have time to nurture this relationship. So, you know, making like the date night kind of thing, and really being grateful for what you have and not taking it for granted. And I'm not saying that you are, but you know, it's November, so being grateful is kind of a thing. So just make sure that you're grateful for what you have, and make sure that you're doing things to nurture it. And don't work all the time. Make sure that you're actually scheduling time to nurture the relationship, because you like to work. And your oracle card. I don't know if this is a thing, Chad, but you might want to give your soulmate foot rubs. And the tsunami wake-up call. So what I would say, along with what I just said, is, you know, make sure that you are nurturing your relationship and not letting life kind of get in the way of your relationship. I'm not saying that you guys are going to break up and there's some tsunami coming, but there's a wake-up call kind of thing. So just make sure that you're nurturing that. Okay, and Red Vixen. How does your money look for the rest of the year? It looks like money. Let's see. What I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to throw out 2 tarot cards for you instead of an oracle card. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is talking about, so we have 2 cards. So I'm going to talk about this one first. So this is the 5, 6. I know how to count Roman numerals. Okay, so the 6 of Swords reversed is talking about you had left a situation that, so when it's up like this, it's talking about leaving a situation mentally, because it's the Swords. So this is our minds, right? This is how we're thinking. Maybe communication. So you've left a situation that was rough waters and you went to smoother waters. Now you're thinking about going back to an old situation. Now this could be a person or something like that. And it could be that things have changed. And if things have changed, I know what this is. So those are the general meanings with it. My guides just kind of like smacked me in the head. This is returning from a vacation. So you've returned from a vacation and now you need to get back to work. Funny that you and Zura got the same card, but this card is about hard work. So this is doing your work. So now it's time to sit down and get back to work, do the things that you know that you're supposed to do. But again, this is an upright card. So the financial question is that it's going to be good. Now, this doesn't scream abundance, but it does scream that you're going to have what you need, but you just need to keep working for it. Okay, and I need to scroll, so let me scroll. Oh, it's Kat. Hello, my gorgeous friend. You're the gorgeous friend. Thank you for the well wishes for my knee and a general reading. Oh, not shuffling right. I'm glad you guys can't see what I do. And we're shuffling, and you know, I shuffle like Vegas style. You know how they do this. I do that. It's just how I learned to shuffle. I think I learned that like when I was like a kid or something like that. And then I just I kept doing it with when I got my very first oracle deck was the Mermaids and Dolphins. All right, Kat. Okay, so your first card is the King of Pentacles, and this is talking about a person. Now, this doesn't have to be a man, but it's a person with masculine energy, and it's somebody who's very, very good with their money. He's very grounded and stable, isn't real flighty. He's a real provider. I'm saying he, but it could be a she too. They're a real provider for their family, very logical with everything, very matter of fact kind of thing. So this is somebody that's either you, it could be you, or it's somebody that's in your life or coming into your life that will help you in some way. And then the lotus flower is talking about I don't know if you have a male suitor in your life that this fits. But what they're telling me about this card is it's talking about opening up and being vulnerable. And I know what a strong, independent woman you are. And sometimes that can be to our detriment when we are trying to build relationships. So make sure to show basically your soft underbelly if it's appropriate. You know what I mean by that. Woo! Dropping cards. Okay, next is Lizette. My sweet Lizette. General message and looking for a direct message from your guides if possible. All right, so we'll do a general card and then we'll see what the guide says. You get the reverse chariot, and what the reverse chariot is talking about, this can mean a few things. So this can mean that you are not traveling as much as you would like to travel because of, well, COVID. But it's also talking about how you're feeling a little bit out of control. And I think that it's the control thing that you're feeling like you don't have as much control in your life as you wish you had. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my my Just Breathe card for you as well, because what I'm getting is a lot of anxiety and a lot of fear that's coming up about things that you can't necessarily control. Now, 2020 has been an absolute hell of a year for just uncertainty, and nobody, well, I suppose there's somebody out there that likes the unknown and the unsure and just not knowing what tomorrow is going to bring. I'm not one of them, and I don't believe that you are either. So what I would suggest, as I have suggested for many other people tonight, is ground yourself. Make sure that you're grounded. And you know what, Lizette, you're going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. And I know that you can't see it, but it is very much going to be okay. And there's like an adventure that's kind of, what are you saying to me? That your life is an adventure, and there's some adventurous things that are actually happening for you. And make sure that you're focusing on the things that are actually good and positive, and not on your fears and the things that you worry about. I hope that you understand all of that. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next one, and this is Paula, and she would like a general reading. Cat's all hashtag nailed it. All right, Paula. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I really, truly do appreciate it. Okay, Paula. You get, da, 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 da. What the hell? Okay, so you get the same card. But this is talking about you. This is you. So the King of Pentacles is the financial person who is very, very methodical and going along with what needs to be done. You're a real, it's talking about how planning you are. And this is also talking about there's fear for you financially, but there doesn't need to be. Like, so like you worry about money, but you don't need to be worried about money. So like you're future tripping so far out that you're just worrying for no reason, because right now and in the immediate future, you're fine. Even if you don't know how things are going to work, you know that you are always taken care of. You have always been taken care of, and you will continue to be taken care of. And let's see what your oracle card is. One of these days, I'm going to drop all of these cards and I'll be like, hang on, I have to pick them all up. You got the ocean, and the ocean is about ebb and the flow. So just like the tides, they come in and they go out. And sometimes it's high tide and sometimes it's low tide. But you can always, just like I was saying in the beginning, that the only thing constant is change, ebbing and flowing. All of it, it's all part of the cycle of life. And try to just go with the ebbs and the flows, which not always the easiest thing to do, but I have faith in you. Hi, Jennifer. Jennifer would like a general reading. So I remember, okay, so I don't have an Antakarana near me, so I can show you what the Antakarana looks like. But there's this symbol in Antakarana. It looks like 3 sevens kind of in a circle. I could not say this word for the longest time. And so like I would be in classes and I would talk about it. I would point to it and I would look to Jennifer and I'd say, Jennifer, could you say what this word is? I never say it right. Because she's a linguistic genius. She speaks like a million languages. Jennifer. Okay, so your general reading is, your card is the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is a karmic card. So this is about a karmic situation, but this is good. So it's upright means that it's a good karmic situation that is kind of playing itself out. There's situations that you are in that are really very beneficial for you, even if you cannot see them right now for what it's how it's going to play out later. What's happening to you right now has benefits later on. And again, the Wheel of Fortune, just like there's a theme tonight. The Wheel of Fortune is change. If it's good right now, it may not always stay good. So be grateful for what you have. And if anything happens to turn upside down, just remember that the bad times don't always last either. It will flip back up. Okay, and then we're going to go to your oracle card. I should time one of these days how much time I waste shuffling. Aw, love and compassion. And I know that you have this in abundance. There's some sacrifices that you have made that are quite admirable that a lot of people would not have done. And it's very incredible that you do that and the gift that you've given other people. Now, this is what you've given for other people, but I also want to remind you that you need to also have love and compassion for yourself. So make sure that you're there's a balance between what you give and what you're putting out and what you're giving to yourself. So make sure that there's a balance with that. So make sure that, like I was saying to Chad, give yourself like a date night where it's you do the things that you like, that's just for you. Get the flowers you like, get the food you like, those types of things. Okay, and I have to scroll. All right, so Nana, I have to call you Hannah because I called my grandma Nana. So, so Hannah, a general reading for this week. You need guidance. Okay. Hannah, general reading for this week. I'm going to pull you 2 tarot cards. That's what I feel like I need to do. And we get, okay, so Hannah, you are off balance. Temperance reversed is talking about, this is all about balance, right? Everything's it's balanced. So this is talking about how things are off balance with you. And you can you have the power to put them back into balance. But what this is talking, and then next to it is the reverse Queen of Wands. So, and the reverse Queen of Wands is somebody that, there's very possibly somebody in your life that is kind of verbally abusive to you, hopefully not physically abusive to you. Or it may be you, hopefully not. But this isn't a great combination. So what I'm gonna say is that, so you are off balance, but you can get yourself back on balance. And what I'm going to refer back to is make sure that you're breathing, make sure that you're grounding yourself, make sure that you're centering yourself. So the energy feels very chaotic around you. And so what you need to do is you need to change that energy. And you can change that energy by sitting down for 5 minutes before you start your day and breathing, just simply following your breath. Now, there's this thing that I learned. It's called the pattern interrupt. And this is what you do. So you breathe in for the count of 4. So you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. And while you're doing that, you're visualizing the breath going in through your nose and into your lungs. And then you hold it in your lungs for a count of 4, and you visualize it swirling around in your lungs. You breathe for another count of 4 out, and you visualize it coming out for the count of 4. And then you watch it dissipate for the count of 4. Now, if you do that over and over again, you've actually completed a meditation. And when you do this, what it does is it breaks up your worry. So if you're obsessing on something and you do this, it will stop it. So if you do that over and over again for 3 or 4 times, you've put together a pretty good meditation of just breathing, and it will calm you, and it will soothe you, and you can change this. I hope that makes sense. And I'm going down to the next one. Moon Shadow, Janet. How can I better help my cat be happier? Okay, so Janet, I don't know the name of this book. I believe it's written. The publisher is Hay House, but there's this book out there that actually talks to you how you can psychically communicate with your pets. Send me a message tomorrow, and I will try and hunt down this book for you. It's very, very cool. But let's see. And I really am wishing that I had my cat tarot in front of me, because this would have been fun to do a cat tarot with. That's not making clear. Okay, Janet. So what I'm going to say is that what you can actually do for your cat is what you can do for yourself. If you become calmer, because you got this one, so you're returning to a situation mentally that is maybe not the best thing. So that tells me that maybe you are, your thought process is, it feels like you're worrying about things. Yeah, so watch what you're doing mentally. And if you can calm yourself mentally, because cats are psychic, they know what you need emotionally. And so if you're thinking about something that's stressing you out and that triggers your emotions, that stresses you out, then your cat is going to try and soothe you. And it might be that she is getting nervous because she's trying to heal you, if that makes sense. So what I would suggest that you do is take care of yourself. So do grounding and breathing. There is an absolute theme tonight, huh, guys? All right, let's see what the oracle card is. Lightning and power. Well, this is telling me that you have the power. So you're a powerful person, Janet, and don't believe that you're a weak victim to circumstances. You actually can change things. You have power. I would suggest tapping into your solar plexus, which I know you know where that is. And that color is yellow, and breathe into it. Do meditations for the solar plexus, and that will help you give power to strengthen yourself. Let me know if you have any questions on that. Jennifer Orton would like a general reading. Jennifer. She's so sweet. Before every show, she sends me a message and tells me to break a leg. I've got like the best friends. Well, shit. Okay, so I got the tower. So there's something that's happened in your life that's shaking everything up quite dramatically. Okay, so let's talk about this card. So it's a scary card, but these little things falling right here are actually blessings. So your crown chakra could be blown open, and so it's kind of like, so in this situation where everything is being shaken up, there's always like, it's kind of like the silver lining kind of thing. It's being fired from the job that you hate, and it's the push to get you to leave kind of thing. It's, you know, we'll take my knee, for instance, because my knee hurts so bad right now. You know, I'm really appreciating walking. And when I'm able to walk again, I'm going to be much more grateful for that. So it's kind of something like that. I'm going to shuffle out one more card to get some more information. Steph loves that card. So we're going to get one more card for the Tower. Okay, so the next one. So you've got some heavy stuff going on because you've got two major arcana. So with the Hermit is about self-reflection. I'm feeling, do you have to you have to self-quarantine again? Like you have to lock yourself down again. That's what the guides are telling me. But the Hermit is about life lessons. So it's introspective and learning life's lessons kind of the hard way. Now, this also can be that the Hermit, see his light right here? He can say, hey, I've learned this lesson. Let me hold up the light for you, for other people, so I can show you the path through this hell, basically. Have you heard the sayings where they say, you know, if you're ever in hell, ask somebody who's already been there for their way out? It's kind of like, you know, when people are like going through, so let's say, okay, so if somebody's saying, if an example, I'm not saying this is happening to you. So if you have been abused in the past and somebody who's never been abused trying to tell you how to fix that really isn't going to relate to you because they don't know how to get out of it because they've never been in it. So it's that kind of thing. So what you're going through, you can actually really help a lot of other people through that, which I think you really should look into doing that. I hope that answers the question for general reading. It was kind of heavy. Thanks for sticking with me. And Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. Could I have a general reading on love and romance? Well, hopefully the tarot cards will pull that up. So let's see. Cynthia. I'm going to do a tarot card and an oracle card for you, Cynthia. I'm going to pull the oracle card because hopefully that'll give us more information. And okay, all right. So the tarot card that you got is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords, upright is not the greatest card in the world. Reversed means yay. The worry. So this is a card about worry, and it's about like nightmares, and it's things that are keeping you up at night so that you can't sleep. So it's basically a stress card, right? But what this is saying is that the things that you were worried about, that upset, stressing out about, those are beginning to pass. Now, you wanted a love and romance card. So if you have a relationship that you're worried about, what this is saying is that it's starting to pass. You're starting to not worry about it as much. Swords are always about our mental process or communication kind of thing. So or if you're worried about not having a relationship, it's something that you're thinking about that's just causing the worry. Now, with the oracle card that I pulled up to follow that, you've got the summer solstice and radiance. And the sun to me is always about new beginnings. It's happiness, it's joy, it's hope. So what I would say for your love romance question is that to really watch your thoughts and see, I'm going to go back to like the law of attraction. Make sure that you're not manifesting something else, and know that there is hope and renewal and joy coming for you. And yeah, so we're going a little bit over, but we'll take the last two questions, and then we will wrap it up for the evening. So I have to wait for my lovely assistant to take the other ones. Let's see. Steph, why would you love the Tower card? Because you're weird. Oh, hi, Monica. Thank you, Melissa. Okay, so Monica, you would like a general reading. Okay. Really quick. You got the Nine of Cups reversed. So this is a wish card. So when it's upright, it's considered a wish card or the bar card. But I know that that's not what it is. It's the wish card. So you're not really getting what you want right now. It feels like you're not getting like your way, kind of thing. But let's pull an oracle card and find out. So nurturing. This is, once again, we're talking about Earth, Gaia, nurturing yourself with Earth. So what this is talking about, what it's feeling like it's saying to me right now is that you need to get out and walk. Go for a stroll in a park. Slow yourself from the madness of life and other people. Get back to nature. This is a way of grounding yourself and centering yourself. So, but emotionally, you're not really doing all that well because you're not getting what you wanted. And the Cups card, the cups are upside down, so the cups are emptying. So go out into nature to fill those back up and nurture yourself. And then our last question is, Melissa, and reading for finances. So we'll just throw a couple of cards. Oh, yeah, I'll do Jamie's reading too. That'll be the last one. All right. So Melissa, finances. Okay, so you got the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is actually a peaceful time. It's a relaxing time. It's a resting time. So what this is probably telling me is that you've put things in motion, and now you just need to rest, allow them to go forward, but also can be about meditation. And so if your mind is spinning, quiet yourself yet again, because that's what we said. And this card is actually about finances and money. So the Three of Pentacles, it's upright, which is always a good card if you're talking about finances. But this is also talking about cooperation with other people. So if you're worried about your finances, there could be an opportunity for you that is with a cooperation kind of thing. But this is also about mastering something. Is the meaning of this this card. So hopefully that answers your question. Jamie, let me throw you really fast a tarot card and a oracle card. And sorry, I was looking at the chat, and so I messed up the focus, Jamie. Okay. Jamie got the Knight of Cups reversed. And the Oracle card is Dance and Celebration. Okay, so the Knights is the Knights can represent beginnings or endings, and so this is an ending of an emotional situation. So something that is not really has been very good for you emotionally will be ending, but it's going to be a good thing because it's not good for you. Did that make any sense? So anyway, so you have an emotional situation ending, but you should dance and celebrate because it's really good. So now this might mean I feel like this is your health. Like there's something that's ending with your health, an emotional situation that is going to result in dancing and celebration. Woo! Woo! So there is your card. So, okay. Now, I thought I saw something about my classes. Okay, so I had classes this weekend. I had planned on having classes this weekend, but because of COVID and quite honestly, the extreme pain that I was in from my knee, I canceled that. So because we've gone into the purple tier here in Sacramento, I have to really think about how I'm going to do classes because it's not like we can do them outside when it's 50 degrees. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to move back to Zoom meetings. So if you go to Facebook / Sacramento Healing Tree, I will post the events there. I generally only do them like once a month kind of thing, but you can always, if you want to have a reading with me, if you go to sacramentohealingtree.com, there is listings of how we can do readings. I prefer to do everything in on Zoom right now because COVID is spiking again and nobody wants to get sick. And Melissa, I do this every Sunday except for the first Sunday of the month so that I can have a break. Hopefully I didn't miss any of the questions. If I missed any of your questions, I will get it and go back later and look at them. So please, anybody, you can always come back here and leave a comment below. I will absolutely answer you with any of the questions that you have for anything that I didn't get to. I am on Facebook and Instagram, Sacramento Healing Tree, on all of those places. And I want to thank you once again for coming and joining me tonight. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. And remember to keep breathing. Bye, guys.